Hi there, this is Ranjit and I have this OnePlus X with me, which is the new device by this OnePlus team. And this is sort of a compact phone by OnePlus. It sports a 5-inch screen and it also has a AMOLED screen instead of a LCD screen. And as you can see, this product is sold in India via Amazon India and it's sold for 17,000 rupees. There is actually one more variant of the OnePlus X known as the ceramic variant, but that is not available as of now. And regarding the SAR value, it's quoted over here. It's 0.428 on head and for body is 0.601. And this is a dual SIM device except a nano SIM. But interesting thing is that it also has micro SD card support. Instead of the second SIM, you can use that. And this is the device itself, and it's fairly light, I would say. And we'll come back to the device a bit later. Let's look at the packaging. Again, the packaging by OnePlus is always good. That's the same thing. And this actually comes out. So yeah, this is interesting. And looks like we get a bumper case with this. So that's nice. I was not expecting that. And this is the SIM ejector tool. We'll just take this out. We'll put our SIM. And we also get this bumper case for free. So that's a nice gesture in my opinion. We'll keep that to the side. Let's see what else do we get in the box. And looks like some paperwork over here. Yeah, it's just a quick start guide and the user guide also. And again, now we have the charger. This OnePlus X has a normal micro USB port, and the charger rating is 5 volts at 2 amps. And again, this is the cable that we get, and as you can see, it's a micro USB, not a USB-C type that we got with the OnePlus 2. So let me keep these things to the side and let's look at the handset itself. So here we have the OnePlus itself. Let me just take out this protective cover, and we also have one on the back, I think so. Yes, it's not needed, you can keep it, but again, see, this is how the phone looks. Actually, it's glossy, I would say really glossy. So might be a fingerprint magnet, and I just hit the power button, which is on this side. And by the time it actually boots, let me give you a physical overview. And we also have one more plastic covering over this. So we have two actually. So as you can see, we had two. So you can use this one as a screen protector if you would like. And I'll just set this up. But before that, let me give you a physical overview. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, secondary noise cancellation microphone, and initial impression. The build quality looks good. This is metallic, and this is the SIM slot. We'll put our SIM. In fact, I'll just shut down the device and we'll put our SIM first. And this is the volume rocker, the power on off button. And on the bottom, we have two vents and the micro USB port that will be used for charging. We'll check if both the slots are speakers or it's just a single one. We'll just test that. And on this end, we have the alert slider for notification. I really like this. This was introduced in OnePlus 2. It's a very handy feature. So this is the SIM tray. As you can see, the first one will accept your primary nano SIM. Let me just put my SIM card. And the second one, you can add a second SIM or a micro SD. And by the time it boots, let me give you a configuration overview. This OnePlus X is powered by the Snapdragon 801 chipset, which is a quad-core processor clocked at 2.3 GHz. It has 3 GB of RAM, 16 GB of internal storage. Moving to the screen, it sports a 5-inch 1080p screen, which is actually an AMOLED screen. It has Gorilla Glass 3 protection. And 3 GB of RAM. The rear facing camera is a 13 megapixel shooter. The front facing camera is a 8 megapixel shooter. It has a 2525 milliamp hour battery, but that is sealed inside. So I'm just booting it up, and let me just quickly set this up and we'll continue. And this is the Wi-Fi. The interesting thing is that strangely, it's only detecting my 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi band, not the 5 gigahertz band. I thought 5 GHz band would be supported, but let me just quickly set this up and we'll continue. And the basic Android setup is done, but this OnePlus again uses the Oxygen OS. So this is that part of the setup, and it says that we can use software buttons or the hardware buttons. As you can see, we can use the software buttons if we like, but let's go with the hardware button for now. And we also have new gestures, for example, double tap to wake. I like that feature. And we can draw an O, it says, to open the camera, V for flashlight. Some of these gestures were also there in earlier OnePlus devices, so we have that. Let's move. And it says we can use Swift keys or we can use Google keyboard. Let's just go with the Google keyboard. And it also says that it has that shelf feature by swiping all the way to the right. Let's enable that also. So it says the setup was done. So this was the first boot and it's done. And again, due to the AMOLED screen, I don't know guys if you can see it on the camera, the blacks are really inky blacks. So that's the advantage with the AMOLED screens. And again, almost stock Android-like experience apart from this left that customization option that we said. And this is the alert slider. So you can easily just switch. I really like this alert slider. I would say almost every Android phone should have that. But let's look under the hood. And again, it's connected. And it says that it already we see a new OTA update. I'll check that later on. And if we go to about the device, as you can see, it gives us an idea that it has 3 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and the Android version is 5.1.1. that is Lollipop. So that is the one that we get out of the box. So let's just go back and let's look at the storage. I did not add a micro SD card. So let's see how much storage do we get out of that 16 gigabytes. And out of that 16 gigabytes, we get about 10.6 gigabytes of space. But we have that micro SD card. I'll add the micro SD card later on. And it says it has USB OTG support. So we'll just enable that. We'll check USB OTG also. So you have to check mark this one. So let's just go back. And again, it's the typical, OnePlus. We have some extra customization options that are there. So you can customize the LED notification. Yes, it also has a physical LED notification light over here. It's a very small one. And this is the dark mode. You can actually change it to the white mode also if you want. So again, I would say, so customizations are there. And I saw that button options. So we can obviously go with the on-screen buttons, and we can also swap the buttons if you would like. So those options are always there. So let's look at what else. So these are the apps that are installed. It has this OnePlus Radio, which is sort of a new thing that I've noticed. And we have Swift keys and basic Google apps. So not a lot of bloatware that is actually there. So looks like this is the FM radio. Yeah, it says just plug in the headset for radio. So it has FM radio support. Let's quickly just fire up the web browser and let's quickly check that. And I'll just say no thanks and got it. Let me quickly adjust the brightness. It has auto brightness sensor, guys. Don't worry about that. So this is the keyboard. We opted for the stock keyboard. And if you just see the flickering, it's just my camera. Let me actually try to fix that if I can. Yeah. And let's go to TechMeme. Let me see if, yeah, my Wi-Fi is working fine. It was getting some problems earlier. So let's request the desktop mode. And regarding the screen, it is having a 5-inch AMOLED screen. That's a 1080p screen. And again, I have to say the screen quality looks to be very good. And again, it's just a 5-inch screen, so the PPI is also very high. It's 441. So everything looks really crisp in my opinion. So you shouldn't have a problem regarding that. And this is the multitasking tray, the standard that we get, and you can swipe away stuff like that. Also have the original OnePlus One. This is the one it's sort of battered. So the original OnePlus One and even the OnePlus 2 had a 5.5-inch screen. So as you can see, it's significantly more compact than those phones. And if you're a person who likes compact phones that can easily fit in a single hand, then I think so you might like this phone. Initial impressions, I would say I'm happy with the build quality. It looks solid. Let's also actually, before we test the camera, look at this bumper case that they have provided. So this is how it looks in the bumper case. So it's just a soft TPU case. So if you're worried, you can use this one with the case. I'm a person who does not like cases, so I will use it without the case. Let's also just check out the speaker. Let's play with the ringtone volumes, and we'll maximize it first. Oops. Vibrate for call, obviously. And let's try to change. Yeah, the speaker is only this one again. So as you can see, this is just for the looks. The speaker is only on the left. It is adequately loud, but not the loudest, I would say, but it's adequate. But it's just a single mono speaker, as you can see. So let's look at the camera. Let me bring some objects nearby. And so this is the camera interface that we see. So we have the tap to focus, and you can adjust the exposure via this by just moving it around. So those options are there. And if we have the HDR option, the beauty option, and let's see, yeah, we also can shoot time lapse, slow motion, and again basic. And regarding resolution, if you shoot it at the 12.4, it will be in 4:3, but if you want to go to widescreen, it is 7.9. that's almost 8 megapixel. And regarding video, it records video up to 1080p. Let me actually show you that. So yeah, it does not do 4K, it just records up to 1080p. And the front facing camera, if I recall, is up to 720p. So initial impressions, the camera looks to be good. Let's look at the pictures. These are the pics that we shot, and as you can see, they have good detail. And it's again a very stock camera experience. Again, if you want more, you should look at third-party camera apps. So again, guys, initial impressions, I would say the handset looks to be nice. The build quality looks nice. It feels actually premium in the hand. So guys, that's it for now for this unboxing and first look at this OnePlus X. If you have any specific questions around this device, do post them in the YouTube comments and I'll try to include them in my review. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.